Hi and welcome to Ultimate Brains. I'm your host Fiona and today we have Jack Marshall and it's all about how to conquer a disability. So Jack, you have Mobius syndrome, which means you have no facial nerves and you're also blind in one eye.
Yep.
You have 2 hearing aids and also you have misaligned joints in your legs. But one of the main things is you have hardly any cerebellum, which is a part of, I'll show anyway, part of the brain which controls your balance and coordination. Is that right?
That is correct, yes. And on you to call me her Mr. Liddly Woddly man. So it doesn't stop me doing what I want.
And that's what this is all about. It doesn't matter what conditions you've got, you conquer everything, don't you, Jack?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the sky's the limit, you know.
So let me just check. It's about a quarter of the UK has a disability.
That is correct, but you've got to take that with a pinch of salt because of research and the progression over the years. Then I got a das and medical condition related to people with additional needs. But yeah, that is staggering.
So if we get to know you a bit, how do you overcome day-to-day obstacles?
I guess it's just a mental thing, really. I think I don't see myself as having a disability. The death thing that people can do is say to me, you can't do something, because that motivates me to do it. If I see an obstacle in my way, I don't just say I can't do it. I look down the way to get through that obstacle. You can go up, down, around it, or you can, like I like to do, you can snatch right through it.
And you absolutely do, don't you?
Absolutely, yeah.
I believe there is nothing in life you cannot achieve.
No, of course not, because you just need, to dream it, believe it, and achieve it.
I remember, I've known you a lot of years, Jack. I remember as a child, your mum was told you would never be able to walk, talk, or smile. And the only thing you have not managed in all of that is the smiling bit, isn't it? Everything else you have absolutely smashed.
And on top of that talking bit came to fruition, because I never shut up.
And we love you for it.
Yes, I love talking it, and I stayed at Hoddy. The doctor said I could never talk. They gave up on me, basically, and thanks to Nash Donnelly, Jordan in the effort, I am here where I am today because of them.
Absolutely. So that brings me on to my next question. Who are your role models, Jack?
No, I think people that had gone through a similar scenario as me, like there's a soldier called Mark Cannon who actually found out that I was doing charity there. I actually contacted my nun to do London charity adventures with me. And since then, he's become my best friend.
Brilliant.
And he's Nash Donnelly. He's just an inspiration, because the type what he had to deal with, the tours in Afghanistan and that, which can't have been easy at all.
No.
He got a nice Donnelly behind him, and he is just so positive in life.
That matters more than anything, isn't it? It's the mindset. If you are positive, you can achieve something. You are halfway there already, aren't you?
Oh, of course, and you need a good support network, and I think even though I get most of the plaudits and the credit, without my support network from people like Mark, Nun, another one is Charitable.
Yeah.
Now Chris is known as Eric Collard in Annandale, and I met him in the award ceremony. He has become my best friend too, and he has been my partner in crime,
You've achieved a lot with him, haven't you?
I had achieved a lot, and also I had looked into a few things, so it is more than happy to accept me to who I am and to encourage me to reach to the stars. And
Brilliant.
you need that kind of support network
Yes,
around
you absolutely do. What are the main disability support networks?
Thinking. In the UK, there are several key support agencies and organisations dedicated to helping disabled children and their families. NHS, National Health Service, Department for Education, DFE, local authorities, Disabled Children's Services, DCS, Contact, formerly Contact O Family, National Autistic Society, NAS. These organisations work together to provide a range of support services tailored to the needs of disabled children and their families across the UK.
Any thoughts on that, Jack?
It's a bit of a difficult point, isn't it? Because everybody tries their best for people with disabilities. I don't think anyone's not trying to. Some organisations are people running their department without a disability, so they've got no lived experience of it. And that's what I find the most frustrating thing about it. Is that people who are in charge comment on something that they don't know anything about. How do they know?
That's why I think you are going to come into your fruition as time goes on, because you are getting involved in more and more things, aren't you? Giving a different take, the take that should be given on these things.
Absolutely. I mean, I love what I do. So I'm involved in Learning Disability England, which is a charity that helps self-advocate to people with learning disabilities.
Yeah.
And I love it because I get to, I get to do a thought on campaigns to really promote and help change.
Because you see it from that angle, you can express what actually really needs doing. People aren't being ignorant by not acknowledging things. It's just that they're not seeing it through your eyes, are they?
No, they're not. I had a couple of examples throughout my life where people have thought that death then the near insanity, but actually it's not the death, because they hadn't lived it.
Yeah. And you are very independent. I've noticed before things like I offer an arm to help you, and you'll be like, no, I'm okay, I can walk on my own. So you're out to prove that actually, no, I can do these things.
Then it comes to cleaning a bedroom. I had a different take on it.
Yes, I bet you do.
Yes, I suddenly become incapable.
I love it. What was your education like? Can we just ask Brain, how many specially assisted schools are there in the UK, Brain?
Thinking. The number of special schools in the UK can vary and may change over time due to factors such as the opening of new schools, closures, or changes in the classification of schools. There are currently 1,546 special schools across the UK catering to children with a wide range of special educational needs and disabilities. This number includes schools specifically designed for children with physical disabilities, learning disabilities, sensory impairments, autism spectrum disorders, and other special needs.
How was your experience with your education, Jack?
A bit up and down, really. So I went to a school near me, and unfortunately it didn't work out because they told me I wasn't academic.
Really?
Yes, and so that was a bit bad on that. But then I went to a Nanjing school, and there's people with additional needs. You worry when your child gets sent to a Nanjing school that they'll be bullied and that.
Yes.
None of it with me. I actually got my SAPs. I got a level 5 in science, level 4 in English, and level 4 in maths.
Brilliant.
So I lost academic after all, but I think the main difference is they wanted me. They didn't see Jack the disabled kid. They saw Jack just another kid, who wanted to run a line, do things with everybody, and they have to in life.
I think that's what's always apparent with you. Your personality takes over everything, doesn't it, Jack?
It does. Even in the darkest of times in my mental health and that, which we'll get onto later, I'm sure, but, and, what you see is what you get. I don't hide. I don't pretend to be something I'm not. I am very sarcastic and very humorless and very funny, if I do say so myself.
All of the above.
Yes. But it had an atrocity mindset that got me to this point.
Well, that was my next question. How do you maintain your positive outlook on life?
Well, I got no choice. Because another choice is just to lock yourself away and do nothing with your life.
And it's not an option for you, is it?
And that's not action, you only get one life. When I was born, I didn't know I would be here, It was that silly, because they didn't know what was wrong with me and that.
Yeah.
And so I am grateful every day I wake up, just to be here. And I'm going to grasp every opportunity that comes my way. You better believe it.
And you do, and I love seeing your journey, Jack. You are so inspiring to everybody. And I think out of everything else, I want that to come across. Just how you do have this attitude of you will conquer anything that's put out in front of you. And you will. I really believe you will. And I believe you're going to have a massive impact on a lot of people if you haven't already touched them. Can I just ask, do you have any help with transport and getting about? Do you find that easy?
Again, it's a bit up and down, I mean, my local council, although they do a fantastic job with me and good and help with my transport, so I got 3 taxis and that. But when I was trying to get into mainstream school, they wanted to send me to a cheaper, more local area. And that wasn't the way for me.
No, it didn't suit.
So, that is where I got mixed feelings about it, because although they helped me in that area, if they had it their way, I would be going to a school that doesn't meet my needs.
You independently travel around the country as well. How do you manage with that?
I mean, I got to improvise a bit. It's not easy.
No.
I got to say sometimes trying to walk. But like I say, I got improvise. So like sometimes the assistant isn't there,
Yeah.
So I got to ask people on the train that I do not know to help me down.
That must be really hard, isn't it? Because for anybody to step out of your comfort zone and speak to a total stranger and ask for help, that's a big thing to do, isn't it?
It is, and I am confident.
Yeah.
Everybody who knows me says I'm confident and cannot possibly be shy. But the truth is, I am shy.
Yes.
That is how I find it really hard to make friends at university.
Yeah.
All my life is that I don't like going up to people and saying hello.
So for somebody who is a little bit introvert, to go to a total stranger and say, "Can you help me?" What kind of response do you get?
Sometimes people just walk away.
Really?
Or I can remember I was trying to get help off the train, and people were looking at me. I think they heard me, and they just didn't help.
Never.
And most of the people that I talk to, they do help me.
Yes.
So that is a good positive. Otherwise, I'll end up in Scotland.
I would have thought and would have hoped most people would see and jump to help you. I would hope.
I would hope so too, but I would also hope that they're not just doing it because I'm disabled.
No.
I hope they're doing it because they see the person behind the disability and they are a kind person at heart and they don't feel sorry for me.
Yeah.
Because I don't feel sorry for me.
Yeah. You don't see your disability at all though, do you, Jack?
What disability?
Exactly.
I
think that's amazing.
And then look at my t-shirt. My ability started and my disability.
And they do.
And that is true, there's no time to note in a line, because otherwise life will pass you by and you will regret it.
You never let life pass you by. My next bit is to ask you, tell us a bit about your involvement with charity. I believe you've dabbled, haven't you, Jack?
Oh, just a bit. So since I was 9 years old, I started 16 years.
Wow.
So my first charity event was the 100 Bridge.
Yeah.
In Hull, and at the time the 100 Bridge was the longest bridge,
Yeah.
and yeah, and I did it with my sister. I did, and yeah, they snapped it, and I thought, you know what? I found my calling here, helping people, because there's orphans in the Soto who can't read, write, or go to school.
I would struggle to do a lot of the things you've done for charity. And you not only do it, but the amount of awareness you raise doing it is massive, isn't it? Don't be modest, Jack. Tell us a bit about the rest of the things you've done.
So I done a skydive, I done lots of 19s, no 19s, I cared to remember. I had done runs. I had been an advocate for disabled people.
Your whole thing is you want to help other people, don't you?
I do want to help other people, but also I like a challenge. I like to challenge myself. And I can remember somebody telling me once that I wouldn't be able to finish a run, because of my legs. Did I finish it? Hell yes, I did. Yeah, I collapsed on the finish line, but I did it.
Absolutely did. You mentioned before about the people on the train. Talk to me a bit about friends. How do you find meeting new people? Tell me a bit about friends in general. How do people react to you when they first meet you, and how do you overcome that barrier?
I'm just me. You take it or leave it. I like to do humor with people that even if I meet them, I still do humor and they don't know me, and if they take it the wrong way, well, that's on them.
Yeah.
I'm not one of these people that goes to parties or goes to nightclubs because I hate them.
Yeah.
It's too loud for me, you can barely talk. Then I got to say, I've been a difficult journey for me,
Mm-hmm.
But also, my friends are not from uni, although I have got some uni friends, but I tend to meet people along the way that become not just my friends, my family.
Yes.
And it's those people that motivate me and that help me and that accept me for who I am.
Yeah.
And like uniqueness.
Yeah. Who would you say are your best friends? Where did you meet them?
And well, like I said, Mark Cannon, I met him on a 19th line. Chris Chittle, I met him at the Lord Sanononi. And I got to say this, and not because my nun's sitting there, but my sister.
Yes.
My sister has been a rock from day one. She has been always at my side.
She has.
She has, and they argue like cat and dog. They fight. If you had a scale, either be on one end of the section and my sister would be on another. But you know what they say, opposites attract.
And she's a beautiful person inside and out, isn't she?
No, I don't know about that.
Oh, she is.
She's a beautiful soul, and I love her so much. And she, people do say the sister is, they had the best sister ever, but actually, I believe it true. I had exactly the right sister for me and my situation, and I love her to bits.
Yes. So, if you could give some advice to other people who face disabilities, what would it be?
Simple. June, believe the truth. And what I mean by that is, don't let anyone tell you who you are and what you can't do. It's not up to them. Don't let anyone decide your limits. The sky's the limit. If you want to go and go to a concert, for example. But they say to go to a concert, you want to skydive, go skydive,
If you want to write a book, write a book.
Absolutely, And I'm writing a book at the moment, actually. And how my journey has gone and how me and my family had overcome it. But yeah, the clear message is you can reach your full potential setting realistic goals. And what I mean by that is that a person like, let's say, a child who has never switched a channel over with their finger, and they do it all of a sudden, and they reach their full potential, that's a massive achievement. That might kind of cost us a little achievement, but to that child, that opens a whole new world to them.
Absolutely.
And that's why I'm here. I want to send that message out.
So would you say because you have been told you couldn't do so many things, would you say you've tackled things in small chunks and progressive steps to be able to conquer them completely? Is that how you've tackled things?
I don't think. I just rush into things, and that is where notion neutrality came from, because I rush into things without thinking.
Yeah.
And that's just me, and that's my uniqueness. This life will never be perfect.
Yeah.
Disability, accessibility will never be perfect. I am not joking when I say that. But what I do there is that it gets better each time, and society learns, then, they can coexist together. And actually, I do fully believe that a disabled person and a non-disabled person can come together and make a friendship that is very beautiful, despite their differences, because they're all different.
Well, it doesn't matter, disability aside, we all learn from each other, don't we?
Yeah, they don't.
I think I learn a lot more from you than you learn from me, if I'm honest, but we do all learn from each other.
They do, and that is the most, I think that is the most exciting thing about it, is that they come across people with different opinions, they can have conversations with them. And despite our differences, like I said, not one opinion is right, and that's what I'm trying to get across.
So you've had such a eventful, exciting life so far. What does the future hold?
I don't know. I really don't know. But what I do know is I will grasp every opportunity life brings to me. And I will dream it, I will believe it, and I will achieve it.
Absolutely. You're doing your university degree. Tell us a bit about your university degree you're doing at the moment.
And I'm doing a master's degree at Staffordshire University, criminology and criminal justice. So I hope to finish that by August, and then I might take a little break. I study, because I've been studying for 5 years now in a row. Because I did my undergraduate in law. And then hopefully I will do my PhD and I will become a doctor.
That's amazing. I think you are actually the smartest person I know, Jack. Can I just ask Brain, what proportion of people with disabilities attend university?
Thinking. According to statistics from the Higher Education Statistics Agency, HESA, in the UK, the proportion of students with disabilities attending university has been increasing over the years. In the 2019 to 2020 academic year, HESA reported that approximately 14.6% of UK domiciled students reported having a disability. This includes both undergraduate and postgraduate students. However, it's important to note that disability in this context encompasses a wide range of conditions and impairments, including physical disabilities, mental health conditions, specific learning difficulties, and long-term health conditions.
You've met a lot of people over your life, haven't you? And I mean a lot of different celebrities. You've been to Buckingham Palace.
Yeah.
Your journeys took you to a lot of places, but what I love about you is you don't treat anybody any differently, do you?
No, and why should I? They are human, you know, and the great thing is that you meet people along the way that got that different bodies, different opinions, different sizes, but at the end of the day, who cares?
We're all human.
They are human.
I would love to see you inspire other people. I think there's a lot of people with varying disabilities that think they can't go to university. They think they might be seen differently. What advice would you give them?
Who cares what anyone else thinks?
I love that.
If you want to go to university, go to university. You know, you don't have to be the smartest person in the room. I like Nathaniel say to me, and I say to myself, I'm not the smartest person in the room. I'm not. I lack common sense at all.
I think you are.
Yeah, but if you ask me about common sense, I don't have any common sense at all.
Yeah.
But it's not just about studying at uni. It's about the social aspect. It's about getting friends, the friendships, the independence. You know, my independence really died when I went to university and I became more independent, and that was because of it. So it's not just the studying.
Well, as much as I'd love to sit here talking to you all day, Jack, we'll round off the brains episode for now, but we are going to have a more detailed discussion, a bit more getting to know Jack, a bit more, let's tell us more about your charity work. Let's tell us more about your book. I want to know more about Jack. So until the next time, we'll say bye for now.
Well, I say that subjects about me, so I'm happy to do that, Fiona.
Perfect.
And thank you, Dwayne, for all your help.
Thank you.
Goodbye, Jack. Goodbye, Fiona.